You are now listening to The Beat Basement, Season 3, Episode 6.
I would rather work with those unknown jewels that we can just, polish them up and push them. Maybe they didn't have the right beat, or they didn't have the right back end. They didn't have the confidence. Somebody really didn't tell them like, hey, you know what, your shit's dope.
Presents The Beat Basement, where you hear from your livest producers, all of them. And this is where it all goes down, where you hear the funky sound from the producers that's up and coming, the Grammy Award winning, all of them. I'm your host Swish, and we going in, everything going in. On this episode, we had a super talented this brother, man. I grew up with this dude, man. This is my player partner, super producer, Lim. What's up, bro?
What's going on? Also known as Ackrite.
I know him as Lim. But beat name, go ahead.
Producer Ackrite. I represent Study Hall Productions, studyhallproduction.com, and also the model for fattees.com.
Okay, when did you get started making beats and doing the work that you've been doing?
I got started at, I would say, 12 years old, maybe 13 years old, around then. I played the clarinet. I used to, once I learned how notation and all of that, and music theory, I would break it down and actually listen to like Kenny G. It sound corny now, but I was real into it. I would listen to things like Kenny G and a lot of jazz. My pops was in a lot of jazz records, and hear the notes like, oh, that's a C, oh, that's a D, right? So then I would take it and I would flip it and like sample it, but just a notation, and I really want to get back to that stage right now. It's crazy because I'm thinking I want to go back, but I was really ahead of my time back then of what I was doing as a young dude, because I can't read music now. And I mean, I'm ashamed to say it, but, I can't really read music, especially not how I was back then. I was real fluent, and I was writing my own music. I was writing my own sheets. It was crazy. Yeah, and then, that fast forward just being in the time of, the whole 90s era. I'm an 80s baby, 90s kid.
Okay.
So just being in that whole era is like you had to have like been a part of that some way, shape, or form. Like you had to have wanted to rap.
Right.
You had to wanted to break dance. You was in the mirror pop locking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things to where it was like crack for me.
Yeah.
The
it
rap
was like that for
a lot of people.
Pretty much everybody we grew up with, was influenced. I think that era right there influenced a lot. Because tell the listeners where you from.
I'm from San Diego, California, East San Diego, Southeast San Diego, Spring Valley, everywhere represent, man. Tijuana represent. And if you really from Dago, like my man James here from Dago, you know that you represent anything from Dago.
Yes, sir.
So if any team leaves out of SD, I don't rep them no more. That's just me. You know what I mean? And it could be, dodgeball.
Yes, sir.
I'm repping you, if you SD. That being said, my pops is from Compton. He went to Centennial. That's on the map because Kendrick, I think, went there. The game talks about it a lot. A lot of the Bloods speak of it.
Okay, Pops. Shout out, Pops.
My dad went there. He played football there.
So you think that was some type of kindred spirit right there already with the music just already?
Well, do you know, just being around that whole energy of Compton, that's people from the South. That's just the South. We all the same. We might say East Coast, West Coast. Compton, Louisiana. but my people came from the South to Compton.
Right.
You know,
Right.
my mom's from Dago,
Right.
so they met. My pops drove the bus.
Yeah.
He drove the 7 bus. If
Right.
you're from Dago, you know where that route is.
Right.
He drove the 7, the 11, all the nigga buses, all the nigga routes. You know what I'm saying?
Around the city.
Yeah,
Franklin.
yeah. And he met my mom that way. She was on the bus reading a book. It's like a little story, like a little movie type little situation. Little what's that movie? A Bronx Tale type shit, right?
Yeah.
A Dago Tale. So I'm humble, man. I'm humble. That was everything to me. My pops was everything to me. Like, damn, he driving the bus for the city. He helping the people. The people ain't gonna be able to get to work without my pops. You know what I'm saying? The people ain't gonna be able to get to this without my pops. Like, he's important. I wasn't thinking about, oh, that's a bus. He's a bus driver, looking down like society would do now. You know what I mean? And back then, he was making paper. Like, you could like really support yourself on jobs like back service jobs back then. Now, you can't do it now. You gotta have 3, 4, 5 wiggles.
Right.
But I'm humbled by that.
Yeah.
Looking back on that now,
Yeah.
and just the things that he taught me, and I'm humbled on that. That whole situation.
Yeah. That sounds good, man.
Rare, yeah.
The way he came up and came here, that really influenced you.
Straight up.
It pushed you towards that music, huh?
Well, he was all about jazz.
The way he came up
all
and
about
came
jazz.
here,
I mentioned Kenny
that really
G,
influenced you.
It
pushed you towards that music, huh?
Sade, I'm in love with her to this day.
Right.
But not only that, but all the soul, the 70s, and my pops is like me, so like we like eclectic stuff. We're not just gonna, oh, we're black, we're gonna stick with this. Right. Now we're gonna listen to it if it sound cool. Right. I don't care who you are.
I don't care who you are.
What color you are.
No.
You know what I mean? What race you are.
If
it's slapping, if it's jamming.
Yeah.
And then I carried that. I inherit that from my pops. And I joke around and I say, my dad always tell me, when I die, I'm gonna give you my records. He'll literally tell me that. Man. So us as black folks, that's the type of shit we inherit. Yeah. But that's gold to me. That's wealth to me. You know what I mean? Man. When these white folks running around getting $1 million homes passed down to them, whatever, the family Benz or the family business, right? My pops handed me like hella records from his time that he's touched with his energy that's collected with those people who aren't even on the earth no more, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever you can name, he got it. Whatever record, he got it, And I'm not just talking. My first record ever was Michael Jackson Off the Wall. Ooh. So that let you know. I'm 5 years old.
Ooh.
I'm 5 years old.
And to hear that heat?
Yeah.
Wow.
And like on it though. You know what I mean? You know? And dissecting it. Like Neil Diamond produced that record. A lot of people don't know that. But we don't gotta, dive deep into that like that, but
No, shoot. Let's do it. We got time. Let's do it.
Just my pops grounded me to that jazz before hip hop really was something. Yeah. Before rap was something. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it's something now? Do you think rap is something now?
Man, I think it's something that's not rap or hip hop anymore. Yeah, it's just we refer to it because that's what we have to refer to it.
That's not,
but
that's
it needs to be some different words attached to what's going on. Right. I mean, me as an artist, a true artist, like I went to college to do fine artists. Yeah. I respect anything, man, that comes, that the heart and the brain and it's musically inclined. Yeah. But a lot of this stupid shit, I'm not for the stupid shit. No, I don't gotta point it out. Everybody knows what it is. Yeah. So in that aspect, it's that fine line between, do you want to sell? Do you want to make a living? You know what I mean? Is it your passion? Is it both? You know what I mean? So it's like, I thank the Lord that the time that I was, you know, injected into this world, I thank him for it. Like it's the
Musically, I
proper
think that
time.
was yeah.
Like I feel like I'm not getting too old that I'm
Yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at the right age I'm supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? Musically, media wise, art wise, just just knowing style. You know, just you know, knowing how to treat a woman still, knowing the importance of a man and a woman together, knowing the importance of family. I was injected into the world, man, where it's style. It's still an understanding, the way we treat women. It's just respect, it's codes as men, as women, as whatever, it's you don't waste people time like you waste people time now. Just a different time, man. I think I'm appropriate for the time because everything I learned then I can take and use now. And just do the same things I've been doing, because when I was doing these same things in college, it wasn't sounding good to people. And they was like, oh, nah, Lynn making beats, but that shit sound crazy. But I swear to God, it's the same sound. It's the same sound. And I would tell people.
How do you explain that, though?
Man, music is timeless. It don't depend on the time or the year. It depends on the ear. You know what I mean? And I'm spitting bars right now, straight up. But it depends on the ear. Because grandma could come in here and be like, hey, play that shit back. You know what I'm saying? The 13-year-old could come in here and be like, that shit's whack. Right? It's all about the ear, man. And I just did the same things, man. The same techniques. Granted, I'm open enough and smart enough to know that I have to, stay relevant. And good people that I've been around through my life have helped me to do that and say, you know what? Don't stay in this one lane. Like, I know you hate this mumble rap shit, but just go listen to it and soak it in and flip it your way. You see what I'm saying? And I, for the longest time, I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. I hate this shit. I can't. I can't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, I still got what they were saying though. Like, man, you as a producer, it's your job. You know what I'm saying? Just like if I was a chef, I can't stay in this one lane and just do American hot dogs, fries, burgers, and be like, nah, I hate Chinese. I hate the Chinese culture. Nah, I hate the Korean culture. Nah, I hate the African culture. Nah, all of that shit makes everything. Everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta branch out and learn what the Japanese doing because that shit's tasty. You know what I'm saying? And what you can do is you can maybe add the same flavor to your punk ass American hot dog or your bitch ass American burger. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing. And when you don't do that, you losing out on networking. You losing out on money. Straight up, you losing out on money. So it's almost like being racist to music.
The cookup. Time for the cookup. Going through the sounds, going through the motion. You know what I mean? Prepping. Cooking up. The usual. The kitchen is hot. I feel it. Y'all about to catch some real live cooking. Home cooking. Wow, thing. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
There are no limits to what you can accomplish, except the limits that you place on your own thinking. Brian Tracy. Yeah, man. No boundaries. Keep your mind open. Keep your mind sharp. Keep thinking. Ideas, everything, man. Brainstorming. You can accomplish anything in this world. And when I say anything, I mean anything. That's my word, y'all. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Peace.